We told the media at 12:30, but we just got a call from the mayor's office asking to move it up to 1 p.m. So His Honor...
Yeah, let me guess. So His Honor can be standing there with me, then he can take credit for this collar, even though he wanted to nail my hide because I wouldn't arrest Todd Manning for this rape. But sure, why not? Let's make it 1 o'clock. Give me a little more opportunity to get real antsy here. Hi, honey.
Pressured when you get them, pressured when you don't.
Name of the game. But at least we got this creep.
I never doubted you would.
How'd your meeting go with RJ? Thought you were going to stick around and have lunch with Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel and I decided we had nothing more to discuss. She's angry, and she's hurt about my pulling out of Blue Jay. And RJ, he's just angry. And convinced, of course, that you persuaded me that he had everything to do with the Holden kidnapping.
So, how mad does that make you at me?
Not. I didn't do this for you, my sweet.
I could have sworn you said you did.
We did it for us.
Uh-huh.
Because we need each other right now.
Right now?
Well, always, but especially right now. You've got a big burden, and I've got a new heavy case, and I still am dealing with this Georgie thing, and, well, if we can't hold each other up...
I guess we could lie down together.
Definitely. I tried to make Rachel understand, and she just turned it into an exercise about my disapproval and my need for control.
Oh, God. I'm sorry, honey.
Thank you. I left before I had a chance to say something I'd regret.
Well, maybe after you cool off, you ought to go back there and try it again.
I was thinking of just letting some time pass, and maybe that'd do it.
Yeah, but the more time you let pass, the more chance RJ's going to have to get between you and Rachel.
Okay, do you have the deal memo on the new group? Huh? Has Jakara seen this? Well, looks fine to me. So, why don't you overnight it to Gabriel in New York and tell him to do up a contract? Problem?
I'm just so furious at my mother for walking on us.
Well, believe me, we won't even notice, business-wise. Come in.
RJ Gannon?
In person.
Sign here.
What'd you get? Trip.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Just something I've got to take care of.
Well, come on, Reverend, answer me. What's up with you and my wife?
Not the appropriate time, not the appropriate...
Godboy here, he says that I'm not being appropriate. I think he should take a page from his own big boss's book and figure out just what appropriate is. Check it out, Rev. Exodus 20, verse 14. Go ahead, read it out loud so all the sheep can hear you.
Don't do this.
Oh, I'm not the one who broke the rules. Okay, fine. You're not going to enlighten everybody, I will. The sixth commandment says that thou shalt not commit adultery. Can I get an amen here? Amen. Thou shalt not commit adultery. There's no asterisk. There's no footnote that says that the guys with the collars are exempt. It says in black and white, thou shalt not commit adultery. Especially not with my wife. You realize this is a memorial service?
Oh, yeah. It's the only way I could guarantee that you'd be here. Okay, fine. You're not going to answer me? Maybe my wife will.
I think that's it, Todd. Let's
No, that's not it. I'm just getting started. I haven't got what I wanted.
Oh, yes, you have. By being profoundly disrespectful.
To who? Oh, sorry, sis. To whom? Ian? He's dead. He doesn't care.
Now.
I don't understand how you can all just sit here and listen to this hypocrite.
Why is that man mad at Daddy, Mommy?
Is it enough now?
Look what you did. Grief comes in many forms. And some of us, when we deal with the suffering of our losses, we lash out at others. Maybe we shut ourselves off. Or maybe we blame ourselves. We do it out of helplessness. We do it out of hopelessness. But nobody can live without hope. And nobody can live without help. The help we get from each other, the help we get from a divine creator, the divine creator who gives, who takes, and who forgives everything. Let us pray now to our divine creator to give us solace in this time of suffering and to bring to all of us, even the most troubled, peace.
Okay, ready for my lecture?
Please, I wouldn't waste my time on my
Oh,
energy.
you're gonna yell at me, aren't you?
No, Todd, I would like you to make me understand. No, I guess I'd like you to make yourself understand why you just did what you did. May I say, you just picked a fine time. My son is still in the hospital. Did you remember that? Not that it would mean anything to you. But I don't know, maybe it means something to you that Ian Armitage, who was actually a very good and a decent guy, somebody just about your age, just died suddenly and violently.
Stupidly, if you ask me.
Nobody did. And all those people in there, all they wanted to do was pay their respects to him and mourn somebody they cared for. How dare you spit on their grave?
Nobody spat. I didn't spit. What happened in there, Vicky, has got nothing to do with you or with Kevin or with the dead tall guy or anybody who
Well,
cared
if it
about
had
what
nothing
happened.
to do with it, why did you choose to confront Andrew in the middle of Ian's memorial?
Because that's where he was when I got mad. Look, my wife walked out on me and jumped into the good Reverend's bed. Now, I think that his flock deserved to know about that.
And maybe you also thought that Taya would come back to you after that humiliation in there?
Taya is sleeping with the guy. You know, Vicky, you keep skipping over that part.
You know what? I have no intention of discussing your wife's fidelity with you. Even if what you say is true, which I do not believe.
Well, you can believe it. Doesn't it bother you at all that she welched out on her part of the deal?
Come on. She outgrew the deal. Do you have any idea what she wanted? She wanted a marriage. Lacking that, she wanted any kind of genuine feeling from you.
She told you that?
I figured it out. I saw how hard that woman was working to turn your appalling arrangement into a relationship. And I also saw you, from time to time, looking at, well, I'm not going to say happy, God forbid, but content. Todd, there were times with Taya and Star when you were quite content with your life, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She screwed all that up. She blew it.
No, Todd, you blew it. You blew it. And don't think that that spectacle you made of yourself in the church is going to fix it. You cannot possibly imagine she has one shred of feeling left for you after the really vicious and cruel things you said to Andrew in front of his son and in front of people who looked to that man for spiritual guidance. Todd, you have to think. What in God's name were you trying to accomplish?
Mother, I am not up for another round.
Neither am I, sweetheart. Oh, Georgie, I thought you were taking some documents down to the courthouse.
Yeah, I know. I'm leaving. I was just about to go.
I came by here to apologize. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have walked out of here like that earlier.
I opposed to the alternative?
The knockdown, drag-out fight, yeah, as opposed to that. I just want to make sure that you understand.
Oh, I do, Mom. That's the problem.
No, you don't. No, you really don't. You think this is about your working for RJ and about my disapproval and about my control.
Isn't it?
No, it's not. It really isn't. This really is about me and Beau and our marriage.
This is so you. Phase 1. Say something that infuriates me. Phase 2. Be nice. I'm sorry. Mom, you can't always have it both ways. Yes, Mom. For a short time there, you were treating me like a, well, maybe not like an equal, but like a colleague. Almost, I thought, but now I realize that you were just policing me.
Where's that coming from?
Years of experience.
Well, if that was true, why would I stop? Rachel, I mean, we have come so far in our relationship. We're closer than we ever have been. We've started to respect each other. Please, let's not ruin everything that it's taken so long to build.
Okay, well, actually, I probably need to thank you because you've set me free. You see, I have a job and a life that has nothing to do with your opinions or with you anymore. And I'm finally out from under your rigid control.
You wait just a darn minute here. I am not now, nor have I ever been, rigid. But I can't bend in two different directions at the same time.
I'm sorry. I picked up my briefcase, but I left my bag.
How unlike you. I'll talk to you later.
I'm so sorry. Laura's been under so much pressure.
Oh, that's not it. My mother loves pressure. She thrives on it.
Not this kind.
Well, what kind?
Forget it. That was totally out of line.
You know, I brought this on myself. I mean, how could I think that my mother would accept RJ? I mean, she doesn't see how he is today. She sees how he was then. I mean, she just never will admit that RJ's changed.
Well, I thought she did when she agreed to take on Blue Jay.
You know, and then she's turned around and, you know, she doesn't.
Rachel, I don't think that was her choice. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I honestly think that Nora would have stayed with you if it hadn't been for Beau.
Well, she did say it was because of him and her marriage.
I think she did it because Beau made her.
Good move, Taya. I hope you and Andrew will be happy. So I tell you, Todd is up to something. I can guarantee you he planned this. Max?
I liked it.
Excuse me?
I mean, it was embarrassing for Andrew and all that, but Todd figured he took something from him, so he went after him. I think there's a lesson for all of us in that.
Are you talking about Frank and Leslie? Well, at least you can bear to hear their names. Go on, Max, get mad.
I'm ready to do more than that.
If I can help do anything, you let me know anytime.
What about right now?
I want you to know, even Todd could not ruin a service like that. I'd like to kill him for trying.
On top of everything else, he's a liar.
I know that. I know that. Everybody knows that, and everybody knows you.
I'm supposed to be supporting you, Kelly.
You have been, believe me. What you said today about Ian was beautiful.
Listen, now, I want you to know that you can call me. Anytime you need me, you can call. You know that.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay,
and I probably will. Come here.
Yep. River okay?
He's confused. I'd like to take him home with me for a while. I'm sure you need a breather, and he probably has a few questions.
It's a lie.
Andrew, you don't have to explain yourself to me. I know that Todd Manning is a sick man.
Well, I think he's even sicker now that Taya served him with divorce papers.
Well, you're a very forgiving man.
No, I'm not. I am not a forgiving man. I am as mad as hell that he trashed my cousin's memorial service in front of my son.
Andrew, Andrew, right now, what we need to do is focus on River. Make sure that he isn't hurt by this.
You're absolutely right. Thank you.
Andrew, you kept your composure magnificently.
Oh, well, I'm glad it looked that way.
I'm just grateful that Vicki and I were the only vestry members present.
It's gonna be everywhere, even if Todd has to publish it himself.
Whatever happens, you have my support.
I always have counted on that. Thank you. Okay. I'm all right.
You know, I shouldn't say this in a church, but one of these days, somebody's going to strangle Todd Manning, and half the population of Landview will have a motive.
You know, you gotta hand it to Manning for defending his territory. Oh, call me old-fashioned.
I call you a lot more than that.
What do you think about your pal, the priest? You think he'd be defrocked over this?
Over a psychopath's hurling outrageous accusations. I hope not. I just hope that Andrew stays a long, long way away from Taya Delgado.
Well, I think that maybe someone should explain that to him.
I wasn't trying to accomplish anything. I hadn't thought about it that far. My life is falling apart, Vicki, and I wanted to yell. I wanted somebody to listen.
Boo-hoo. I don't buy it.
Buy it? There's nothing... Why do you bother asking me stuff if you've already got me figured out?
Oh, please, in a million years, I wouldn't figure you out. Besides, I've seen you when your life was really falling apart, and it didn't look like this.
I just got tossed into jail because I'm Landview's resident rapist. Right-hand man in my paper just walked out on me. My nanny headed for the hills. My ex-wife is trying to get my kid. My current wife has walked out on me and is shacked up with the parson. Oh, and I lost my lawyer. This is what I look like when my life is falling apart.
But you brought all these things on yourself, and you know it. So why don't you just be furious with yourself and stop blaming it on everybody else?
You've been overshrunk, Vicki.
Oh, why? Because it is so obvious to me that you are lashing out at everything and everyone just so that you can feel you're in control. For heaven's sakes, you'd be a lot better off if you let yourself fall apart.
What, like you? Oh, maybe it works for you, huh? I'm Vicki. I'm Vicki. I'm Nikki. I'm Vicki. I'm Nikki. Come on. What, I'm Todd. I'm Rod. I'm Todd. I'm Rod. That's not... Landview would love that.
Oh, that was a cheap shot. And you missed. Don't forget, Todd, I saw you at your very lowest. Right here in the cemetery, over in Father's tomb, the night before you married Blair. You were truly terrified. You were so afraid. Because you thought you'd inherited our father's very abusive genes. And yet the next day you found the courage to go ahead and marry Blair and have a baby of your own whom you love and adore and whom you would never, ever hurt.
Oh, yeah, so what?
So what? So that means that if you put your heart and your mind to it, you can repair all this damage that has been done with you and Taya. Come on, a part of you wants it desperately. Or you wouldn't be working so hard to sabotage yourself.
You lost me.
Oh, no, I haven't. And I'm going to tell you something else.
Yeah, I bet you are.
A big part of you hates it when you hurt people the way you just did now in church. So, I mean, why did you do that? Please, what are you looking for, sympathy?
could you? How could you? God, why am I even asking? You could stand there and deliberately make revolting accusations because you thought you could ruin things for me that way. You wanted to make sure that Andrew and I could never be together. But you know something? You screwed yourself, Todd. Once again, you screwed yourself. Because all this did is make me more determined to want a divorce and want it now.
Every ounce of strength I had not to take your face off in there. Todd, I know you're mean, and I know you're arrogant, but I didn't want to believe you were cruel enough to make those kinds of malicious lies in front of my son, my little... Get out of here. Just get out of here. No. Right now.
Listen. You're right. All of you. I'm sorry. You're sorry. Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
What the hell you're
What do you want
sorry?
from me?
Get
You
out
want me
of
on my
here.
hands and knees? Fine. Look, I'm on my knees, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to do. You're right. And I'm wrong, and it was a rotten thing for me to do, to humiliate you in front of everyone like that.
You didn't humiliate. Why did you try?
I don't know.
Why do you...
I don't know, and I snapped. I just got thrown in jail for something I didn't do. My wife is leaving me and my kid. I'm scared I'm gonna lose my kid. And it was a cry for help. I know it didn't work. I know all I did was turn everybody against me. That's all I ever do is turn everybody against me. And I don't expect you to forgive me. And I know that you can't forgive me until I forgive myself.
I hope you didn't believe that. Because I sure didn't.
Now then, I'd like you to lie down, put your feet up, and just...
Dorian, I asked you to stop.
You didn't let me complete my thought.
Mother, you're managing us. I'm sorry. I'm edgy. I was expecting the memorial to help me accept things. But I'm still waiting for a stupid message from Ian, or I'm expecting to go upstairs and put on a dress and go out to dinner tonight, you know, but I thought if I just prayed, you know, and got it out and sang the hymns and listened to Andrew's eulogy, that it would give me some kind of peace.
How could it? The way that monster destroyed everything.
I will never forgive Todd Manning for that.
Why don't you go upstairs, all right? Even if I seem to be managing everybody.
I will. That's a good idea. Thanks.
I'll tell you somebody else I would like to throttle, besides Todd. And that's Andrew. Really. How could he leave himself open to such accusations?
Mother, for heaven's sakes, Andrew is not responsible for Todd's malice. And it's all lies. Andrew told me as much after the service. All right, you're going to take Todd's word over Andrew's?
No, I would never take Todd's word for anything. But I am really grateful that you're out of that relationship.
Mother, that's not. I'm going to go check on River.
Good. Something to do. I'll answer the door, Ming. Thank you. Didn't I tell you that I don't want to see you anymore?
Then why don't you turn your back on me and call Kelly, because I'm here to see her.
Could you just tell me what we're looking for here?
Something? Anything concrete that can tie RJ in to the kidnapping.
All right.
know what? Can you hurry up? Because I'm afraid, what if he comes in on us?
Well, then I'll tell him I stopped by to discuss his loan proposal.
Kate wanted to leave him a note.
What's that?
Oh, it's a note to RJ. From C. There you go.
If I sleep, you know? So, because I had a chance to stand up and show the public that the Landview Police Department actually does know what it's doing, you know? And I was psyched. And, honey, you know how much I just love press conferences.
Oh,
right?
like a stick in the eye.
Yeah, and I was ready for this one. And then the mayor, he cancels it.
I don't get it. I thought he wanted in on it.
He wants to cuddle up with the Congressman Graham.
You think Graham's behind the cancellation?
Oh, honey. He had to be, you know? The mayor wanted to be up there right over my shoulder with his mug on camera, even though he never said a word when Congressman Graham was bad-mouthing this department in the press. Graham will not say and does not want to hear anything good said about this department or about me.
But you found the rapist of his daughter.
He wants me out of here, honey.
Well, then he's a fool.
Yeah, but since when does that make a difference with an elected official? Enough. Did you straighten out everything with Rachel?
No, I think I made a bigger mess. Doesn't help either that Georgie's her new best friend.
Rachel's sharp, though. She'll see through Georgie fast enough.
As fast as we did? Ah, to hell with Georgie. I'm not gonna let my daughter get away from me. And if that makes me a control freak, well, then so be it.
Grant's latest on the Holden case.
Good. Grant is the guy that we've got tailing Claude Charbonneau. Well, look at this. Looks like Claude has resurfaced back in Landview.
I was laying low for a while, trying to get rid of that tail they put on. You damn well better have.
And I went up to Canada one last time looking for the kids. What do you mean, one last time? I will let you know when it's the last time, and that won't be before you bring them back here.
I can't. There's too much heat from the LPD and this baby selling outfit. This is a big operation.
So it'll be a big job to get them back. Just do it.
I need more money, RJ.
I gave you plenty.
Yeah, well, not enough to risk getting knocked off. And this baby brain, they know I've been snooping around. If I go back there...
Well, you stupid son of a... I hired you to ruin Matt's Holden. I didn't order any kidnapping, nor did I authorize a baby sale. So you will take your behind back up there, find those kids, and bring them here.
All right, and I'm telling you, it can't be done.
Look, I will break it down into little pieces for you. But first, get me proof that those kids are alive and well.
And how am I supposed to do that?
I don't know. But you will have plenty of time to figure that out on your way back to Canada.
You know, the worst part is when you, wake up in the morning and everything at first seems like it's always been, but then
it hits you again. Harder. Fresher.
and then it just gets dark all over again.
Yeah. And you go numb. It may not seem like it now, Kelly, but it does get easier.
What, do you just accept it?
No, you, become accustomed to it.
Mel, Dorian and I are going to New Orleans for the funeral. I would love for you to come with us.
And I would love to come with you. I just don't think I'm welcome.
Maybe you're right. But I want to thank you so much for coming today and for coming here. I could not have gotten through this without you.
You can get through a lot because you are a strong woman. You can even get through New Orleans. Now call me from down there anytime you want, any hour, all right? I'll see you when you get back.
Deal.
without saying goodbye. Not that I care.
I'm sorry. I wish I could believe Todd, but I can't.
Why would he put on that kind of performance if there wasn't some small part, however incremental, that believed it or wanted to believe it? Vicky, I don't know.
Well, I have never seen Todd genuinely sorry for anything.
Think he was this time?
I have no idea, but I hope you will consider the possibility.
Look, I know that my life, my work has been about helping souls in need, and I know that his soul is in need of help, but I'm not sure that Todd knows that or wants help.
Oh, he wants. He wants help. I believe in redemption, Andrew, so do you, and I think that he wants to change.
I think he does, too, sometimes, but I had to accept that he is not going to. That's why I left him. I asked him for love. He told me he was incapable of it.
Well, Todd is not able to express love, but he certainly can feel it. When you see him with his daughter, you see him at his very best.
Yeah, I've also seen him at his worst.
We all have, Taya. That's the side Todd chooses to display because that's the side he has invested in. And when he looks at people and he sees the hatred in their eyes, it simply reconfirms what he has always believed, that he is evil. But today, he asked for help. So I prefer to think that what's in question here is not whether he is sincere, but rather the degree of his sincerity. I mean, can we really ignore the sight of Todd Manning on his knees?
RJ and Charbonneau have something going.
I just wish we could have heard the whole conversation. What do you think that they were talking about Canada?
I don't know. But Charbonneau mentioned Canada in his note to RJ, and Bo told me he's had a tap on Charbonneau's phone. He's been making calls to Canada, so somehow this has got to fit.
We'll get him, Max.
Yeah, I just keep wondering how anyone could hate me so much. I mean, even RJ.
Well, you never would have gone after Blue Jay if you had known it would have put Frank and Leslie in danger.
I can't bring him back. If RJ's behind this kidnapping, I can and will crucify him.
Rachel,
Mm-hmm.
were you looking for something on my desk?
No, why?
No matter.
Did, everything work out okay with the messenger?
Oh, well, not exactly.
You're not supposed to shout in church. Why was that man shouting at Daddy?
Well, Todd was married to Taya. And he was angry at Daddy, and he couldn't control himself.
He's a grown-up.
I know, sweetheart, I know. But sometimes grown-ups can't control themselves either.
He won't hurt Daddy, will he?
No. Absolutely not. Daddy is taking care of it.
Why was the man so angry? Daddy wouldn't hurt him.
No, sweetie, I know. This is going to be a little hard for you to understand. But sometimes when grown-ups are hurting, they feel angry at the whole world. And right now, Todd is upset because he doesn't think that Taya loves him anymore.
Like you and Daddy don't love each other anymore?
Sweetheart, I did love your daddy a lot. And I still think that he is a wonderful, generous man. But what you have to remember is that he and I, we love you very, very much.
troubling you, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, what Vicky said made sense to me. Look, I know it's absurd, given how I feel about Todd, but see, when I was ordained, made a commitment. I don't know. I don't even know that I could help him if you and I weren't.
Whatever we are. Well, you know how I feel about Todd's cry for help. And I also understand your conflict, and I admire you for it enormously.
I wish I did.
You need some time to make your own decision.
Taya, wait, please, wait. You don't have to go.
We shouldn't be seen together.
Why? Why? I mean, what are we doing wrong? Let's not give Todd that kind of power. I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose you, not when you're setting yourself free from this man.
I'm only saying we have to be discreet. Andrew, the last thing I want to do is hurt you.
Hurts when you leave.